back with another sugar-free review. Got my first ever KB knife that I bought. That doesn't say a whole lot, but this is the Folklore. Made in China, of course. That doesn't mean it's not a great knife. Not a whole lot in the packaging. Paperwork, microfiber cloth. And let's check it out. Jig titanium. I don't think QB's ever done that. In fact, I don't have but one knife in my collection, I think, with it. Yeah, not quite as wild as Artisan, but I like it. This is the Folklore, designed by Derek Sharon. He also designed the Kaiser Muskrat, and I'm sure some other stuff that I don't have. These are $280 retail. With code KNIFEADDICT, they are $224. They do ship from China, but I got mine in 3 days from China. So I use FedEx Priority. Crazy. Couldn't get it that fast in the USA. Anyways, 3.42 inch M390 blade. They do 60 to 62 on the HRC, cryo, heat treat. QB does a good job on their heat treat. Pretty consistent. You got a compound grind. Tanto. Belt satin. Might be QB's first belt satin. Maybe not, but it's the only one I can think of. Because you know they love to bead blast everything. It's so annoying. But they didn't for this one, so if it would have been bead blasted, I probably wouldn't have bought it. Anyways, 4mm blade stock, or 0.16 inches. Overall length is 7.87 inches. So pretty much full size. Let's compare it to some other knives. I think these are all Tantos. Yeah, Tuya Wrath V2. Slightly smaller. Kaiser Tuckamore. It is super close. Tucson TS300. Very close. EMP EDC Relative. Very close again. Last one, Tuya Wolf was sitting here. It's bigger, but it was a Tanto, so threw it up there. 4.45 inch handle, 0.51 inches wide, 4.35 ounces. Excellent weight relief on the inside. Still hard to see. And it's from QB, so it's T8. Yep, double check, T8, and very minimal hardware. You got 3 screws total. Go back to the blade for a second, because I forgot to do this. Factory sharpness. Yeah. Okay, that's quite opposite of how it should be. It is not that sharp at the hollow, then behind the edge spot, but very sharp at the flat grind. QB didn't sharpen this the best either. The edge is not very even, although these are kind of difficult to sharpen. I mean, you can do it on any sharpening system. It just takes longer. So just kind of grind. Go back to one other thing I didn't mention. If you look at the blade, it's kind of swept down. I mean, you got this swedge, but if you're holding it flat, the tip kind of points down. So it seems like if you're cutting with something, it would help. That's just my opinion. You got plenty of jimping, and those grind lines look great. Very unique. Kind of got a little bit of a harpoon going on. Anyways, back to where I was at. The handle. Of course, it's jig titanium, some kind of blasted finish over it. It is not rough at all, though. It feels good, and you kind of got a border on this. Kind of unique. I haven't seen that. Definitely took some time designing this perfectly. The clip, milled titanium. They do put the little plastic piece underneath, which I'm keeping under mine. Not reversible. Goes in and out of the pocket very well. Only one thing I would have done different here. Let's put a flat spot right under the clip. But regardless, it does go in and out of the pocket very well. Frame lock. And you got this nice looking kind of jimping on the chamfer. And you don't got a ton of access, but it feels like you do. Good lockup. Your deployments. You got these oversized thumb studs, which are so comfortable. I think every company should do this. And you got a front flipper, jimped all the way up and over. When I first saw this on the website, I was thinking, because the way the front flipper looks, I thought it was going to be kind of crappy, but I was pleasantly surprised. It works very well. You can tell Derek definitely pays attention in the knife community and knows what people like. Titanium backspacer with kind of the, I don't know what you call these, but it's like a lanyard slot, kind of hidden. Nice way to do it. And you do have a good sharpening choil. Very good. Not a finger choil. Comfort wise, definitely a comfortable knife. No hot spots. And your thumb rests right here perfectly. Or you can hold it like that and your index finger stops right at the poon. Yeah. He really did a good job on this design, and QB executed it surprisingly well. Dislikes. This is what's kind of weird. I don't really have a whole lot to complain about, which kind of makes the video feel incomplete, but when you knock it out of the park, you knock it out of the park. He also put the lock cutout on the inside, which I'm always complaining about. Maybe the only thing I'd have done different on the design is put the little flat spot under the clip. But that's just a minor little thing. And QB could have done a little bit better job of sharpening it. But yeah, great execution. Look forward to seeing some more stuff by Derek. And if you haven't picked this knife up, I definitely recommend it. There's 3 different colors. Tiger stripe, and don't remember the third one. But don't forget to use code KNIFEADDICT and get you some quick shipping and a discount. And don't forget to subscribe, give me a like and a comment. and I'll see you on the next one.